So there are some kill teams that just went up way in price, and not for the reason a lot of you might be thinking. So Games Workshop just implemented a 5 to 10% price increase, which if you look at housing or gas or anything else, inflation's been a real thing. Everything's been going up in value. And if you look at something like a Warzone, that can be almost a $20 price increase. That's a pretty good chunk of change there. But that's not the reason we're talking about today. The thing I want to talk about is how the balance changes just made Kill Team more expensive. I know it sounds weird that a balance change can increase the price of a game, so let me explain. When Kill Team first got revised in 2021, I thought they did something that was really clever, and it was they did the fire team method, where typically if you buy a boss, that boss is your fire team. So, for example, the Death Watch veterans here, this was one fire team, and for Space Marines it's one fire team per kill team. So this was your whole kill team. This is all you needed to buy. There were some where you had to buy 2 bosses, but that was always pretty standard. And if they needed to balance something, what they would do wouldn't be changing the number of models, they would change stuff like APL, damage, wounds, how a ploy worked, something like that. So something within the stats itself. But a few days ago we got the balanced data slate, which for the first time changed how many models were in a kill team. That means if you buy one boss, that might not be your whole fire team or your whole kill team. So right now, this is only going to affect Death Watch and the Craft World kill team. Depending on what fire team setup you use, they have a lot of fire team options, so I'm not going to list them all out here. So let's use Death Watch as an example. So before the price increase, the 5 to 10%, this here was, I think, $38, or close to it. Now, if you want to use GW prices and you want to build an entire Death Watch kill team, you need one more model, which means you have to buy another boss. So that kill team is now $84. So I know for most people in most teams, this hasn't really affected anything. Maybe I'm just bitter because now I need one more mini to finish this out. So maybe it's just a me problem. And I know you can buy one individual model off of eBay. I know you can proxy stuff. I know the Games Workshop prices are higher than you can get them somewhere else. So I get that for most people this won't be an issue. But most newer players won't want to go buy secondhand models because they don't know what they're looking at. Or they won't know how to proxy another model because those rules can get confusing with like Primaris and Firstborn Marines. Most of them just want to walk into a Games Workshop store or go to the website, buy the models that they're telling them they need for their kill team, buy all of those and call it there. They don't want to get creative trying to save money. So don't get me wrong, overall I'm really happy that we're getting updates, that we're constantly getting support and balances from the game that we love to play. I just don't want to have that slow model and price creep into kill team. Like, let's use the Gene Stiller Cult White Dwarf team for example. There's some specialty models there like Color Morph that cost over $30 on their own. So to have the most viable team, you have to buy a couple of the regular Gene Stillers, then you have to buy a couple regular models. I think that's like a $150, $200 team. It gets pretty expensive pretty quickly. So I love the model variety. I think that was really fun in the last edition of Kill Team. So I even like the slot system. I just hope we keep some of the cheaper teams viable. Like keep Custodes and some of the teams where you only have to buy 1 or 2 like cheaper bosses. Keep those where they're still strong and you can still play them. And keep up with the more expensive teams. So with that being said, I wanted to give a couple quick pointers to newer players or anyone that's helping a newer player, since some teams got more expensive and we had the overall GW price increase. My first recommendation is when you're building a team, price out the entire team before you dedicate to buying any of it. So if you love Gene Stiller Cole, price out each of those individual models to make sure you have a viable team before you buy the big set and then you realize all the specialty models are going to add up to be like $100. It's just good to know what you're getting into before you buy. Same advice is for 40k. Price out your army before you actually start buying components for it. So my second quick tip here is shop around before you just buy from Games Workshop. A lot of local stores will have a 10 to 15% off, which also helps the local store, which is awesome. That's something you want to do when you can. But even Amazon and some other online stores will have it cheaper than just buying it through Games Workshop, plus you get free shipping. So that's always another thing to look at. I just wanted to give those quick pointers. I'm sure almost everyone watching already knew that. But if it helps someone out, I think it was worth mentioning. Alright, that's it for this video. Let me know what you all think, or if you have any other pointers to save money with these price increases, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. Also, quick hobby update. These are the Nest kill team I'm building, if that wasn't obvious. So I'm gonna probably start gluing and building them in the next day or two, prime them in a few days, and hopefully gonna be able to test out the new extra guy on the Deathwatch team and see if they're actually competitive now. So looking forward to that. Thanks for watching.